Either way,
Did you see the fights?
Have you seen the fights? There's so many fights this weekend.
What was it, OSP? And
I don't know.
I didn't see it.
First of all, Bellator stole the show.
Really?
Bellator's card was the best of the weekend.
Really?
Yeah. How about Aaron Pico? Told you that motherfucker's bad. So everyone gave me shit because I call him the LeBron James as far as being a prospect.
He was wrestling at 16. He was wrestling on an international level at 16 years old.
Well, no, he started wrestling way before that.
Oh, no, I know.
At 8, he was doing boxing and wrestling.
Yes, but he was wrestling internationally.
Yeah,
in tournaments
he's a freak.
At 16, he's a freak.
He looked good. He was still, it's only his second fight, so there's going to be still some mistakes. He ate a lot of shots still, left himself open. He took some hits he probably shouldn't have. He knocked this guy out so bad.
Really?
Oh, my God. Hit him with an uppercut like you would, just like an uppercut you'd throw like fucking around with your friends. My God. Like rock this guy.
Really?
So bad.
So what are the mistakes?
He's just too aggressive. Like he's not
fluid enough yet? Or?
No, yeah, he's just there. Like he's
well, he's 20, right?
He looked great though. Yeah, he's 20. Yeah. He looked great. Knocked this kid out so
and he
bad.
fights at
he has a ways to go. Like
55
55. In his last fight was at 45. His last fight was at 55. Even though he fought a 7-year, so he fights at 45. But they should keep giving him guys like this. Like he has a. Right. Don't toss him. These top.
Right.
Like
not
chill.
Yet. Not yet.
No, he's a few years off from that. But he's gonna be champ. But that's a slow boy.
Fighting's interesting that way because, like at 20, even though he's been fighting his whole life, I guess MMA is just something that just you have to season for a while. Like when you're 30, like there's a big difference, right? 10
well,
years.
I mean, there's young champions, there's studs, but it's just like he has no experience in mixed martial arts.
Okay,
wrestling doesn't count. It's gonna help, but it's not the same.
It's not. Well, you got to put it together.
Well, it'd be like doing just shows at the Belly Room, and then the next week you're doing a stadium. So it's gonna be a different vibe.
So just the energy of the crowd and all that stuff also causes too much.
It's just a different animal. The competition's better. Like there's a lot you just got to put together. It's experience. He'll get there. But I thought Roy looked good. Roy had his hands full. Roy looked good. Ben Henderson got screwed. God, he's having. Oh, Lorenz Larkin lost again. 0-2 now in Bellator, which I'm surprised. Lost to Paul Daly. Bad knockout too.
Damn,
he was out on his feet.
Paul Daly's still fighting.
This was a bad knockout too. Fuck. Yeah, Bellator stole the weekend. UFC Japan was good. Man, the Claudia Gadelha Andrade fight. Like, I watched the first round. And I tweeted out too soon because I caught up I watched everything. I watched Fury, Parker boxing, the UFC, Bellator. I watched another boxing match. So I caught up on all the fights and I got through everything. And then I saved Jessica Andrade and Claudia Gadelha last because everyone was like, best female fight ever, fight of the year.
Bulldogs.
People were talking about it at my party. That's the best ever. The fuck? No. No, Claudia Gadelha got her ass whooped.
She just kept coming forward and getting
No, she just got her ass whooped. No, she got beat up. Jessica Andrade just beat her ass.
Jesus.
Like, was thrown, and Claudia Gadelha is my favorite fighter. As far as female fighters, 115 pounds.
Really?
I prefer to watch her over. I like Joanna. I prefer to watch Claudia just because she mixes up. She, like she goes after it. Not that Joanna doesn't. I don't know. Claudia, if I had to pick, Claudia's funner to me to watch.
And she got beat up.
Jessica Andrade beat her ass.
Wow.
That was not the greatest female fight of all time.
Wow.
She got tired. She just gets tired at the end of the round, like the second half of the fight.
Well, the times
she went for that guillotine, and Jessica Andrade literally picked her up.
That was like some of the best slams.
Slammed her.
The times I've seen Jessica Andrade fight, she just seems to keep coming forward, taking shots, and just closes that gap. And
unless she's fighting Joanna, then she has her hands full.
Yeah.
But Claudia, to me, Claudia is the best 150-pound fighter in the world, not named Joanna.
In the first round, she was sick. She was so good, Claudia.
Claudia?
Yeah.
I see. Even the first round, like my brother went, I don't know. I mean, I might give that. The one just had 30-25. 30-26, 30-20. Like, it was an ass whooping.
I had a weird dream about Matt Mitrione. Like a nightmare, semi-nightmare. Because he kept saying, he kept going, hey, fool, I'll punch a hole right through your face. And I was
in your dream?
Yep. And I was like, I know you would. And he goes, but I will. I'll punch a hole right through your face. And then I would find myself, for whatever reason, taking pictures with him. This is so fucking weird. And we'd take a picture, and I put my hand on his back, and I was like, he's so fucking strong. I was like, oh, shit, he's going to beat me up. Nope. I just felt his back, and we take a picture, and then you go, I'm going to put a hole right through your face. I go, I know.
Weird.
I'm aware that you are going to do that.
Weird.
I kept agreeing with him, and then I woke up.
Weird.
And then we fought for real.
Yeah, terrible dream. And then OSP with Okami, the Von Flue choke. How you get caught in a Von Flue choke in 2017 is amazing.
Why?
I mean, especially when you're fighting a guy OSP. There's only been I think there's only been 5 ever done in the UFC, and OSP has 3 of them. He's going to change his name to Von Flue.
They say it's Von Prue choke now.
It's the OSP choke. It's the OSP choke. How you get caught in that? And listen, OSP's not a high-level grappler.
But he does have that one choke. Like you said last time, you're like, this is his
That's his thing. That's
well,
what
maybe
he
it's
does.
just he's so strong. You've rolled with him.
Yeah, I have.
And
he's not world class on the ground. Now that choke he does is obviously world class.
Yeah, you showed me how he does it. Yeah.
It's literally.
But it's easy to get out of?
No, once it's in, you're fucked.
Okay.
But it's in because you hang onto the head to. That's the only way to do it.
Okay.
It's the only way. It's one of the only chokes that's set up like this. It's the only choke which you can't avoid if you avoid doing this.
If you stop holding on to the guy's
yes,
head.
and you can't get if you're fighting him, and for Okami to have 1,000 fights under his belt at the highest level, for him to get choked out in the first minute by the one choke,
it was probably
the only
sneaky,
choke he
though,
does,
right? It's like sneaky.
No, that's the thing, B.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing sneaky. There's nothing sneaky.
Yeah.
The Von Flue choke is not a sneaky choke.
So if I have you in a headlock, you're saying,
yes,
just let go of it.
Yes.
So if I got you like this.
No,
like this.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Now what?
Well, it's always if, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when he takes him down, you're not going to tap me out of here when you take me down, you know?
Yeah.
That's what it's from, when you can't get out of it.
Okay. Yeah, that's not fun. Yeah,
but again, it only happens if I hang on to the head. You can't set that choke up unless I make the mistake of hanging on to the head too long.
Yeah.
Now, he can trap your arm, and there's certain traps and baits he can do. But if you're fighting OSP...
Let go. I kind of panicked there. I didn't let go, so maybe you kind of panicked. I was like, whoop. What?
The thing
There's
is,
a tendency
when
to
you
hold
go,
on.
well, and then when you have the UFC glove on, you can't get out. He choked him to sleep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, OSP's a big, strong guy, and he's obviously world class at it. So once it's there, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But for a guy of Okami's level to get stuck there is crazy.
Jiu-jitsu.
And then boxing, Parker, who's the New Zealand heavyweight, I see all the DMs, I see all the emails. Everyone's like, you never talk about Parker when you talk about heavyweights and when you talk about Wilder and Joshua. I don't think Parker's at their level. I'm going to get so much shit for this. And he's New Zealand. I think he's great. I think Wilder or Joshua would be a tough fight for him. He definitely beat Fury. He looked good. I'm not saying he can't beat those guys. I think it'd be a tough fight for him. He walked out with his dad and uncle with their shirts off. I put it on my Instagram story. They're not in shape, but it was cool to see.
Yeah.
It was cool to see.
Not in shape. Now you
he looks great. I'm not saying he can't be world. He's already world champ. I think he's WBO. I forget what champ he is. He's already champ, but to unify the belts, and he fought in Manchester, where Fury's hometown, and also he fought in Manchester to kind of show those fans, he wants Joshua.
Now Parker is clearly Samoan.
He's my
or
size.
At least partially Samoan. He's your
WBO
size.
World
How big is Deontay compared to you?
Deontay, look, he's fucking
Taller.
6'7".
Yeah, 6'7".
6'8".
Yeah.
Thin though,
Handsome.
in shape.
Yeah,
handsome.
And very into fashion, as you
great guy, man. I'm telling you, great.
Like
he's the personality, and he was hilarious.
Really,
he was great, and he was just talking about, how he was. Our conversation, I don't want to give it away, but our conversation, I was just like, why aren't you the face of boxing in America? Why aren't you a bigger deal? You're the first heavyweight champion, American champion, 7 years. 30. I think he's 34-0 with 33 knockouts.
I think.
Like, why aren't you a bigger champion? Hold on, before you answer, let me tell you. He and I go, Anthony. More people watch Anthony Joshua fight than you fight. He's from England, and he goes, "What?" He was hilarious about it. He's like, "What kind of shit is that? How do you root for a foreigner? How do you root for a light skinned ninja? How do you root? I'm from here. I'm born and raised here. And you guys root for him." He's like, "Ain't that some shit?" And then he goes, and then everyone wants to make fun of my record, like I'm fighting like these, these powder puffs and all this stuff. He goes, It's heavyweights. There might be 6 of us who are good, or are we supposed to just fight each other all the time? He was, look at those guys' records. They're not fighting anyone either until recent.
Damn.
And he goes, and it's true. And I told him this in the interview. I go, I don't get why you're fighting Ortiz. I think it's a bad idea. And he goes, most people do. That's why I'm doing it.
Why bad idea in what sense?
Because Ortiz has 17 followers on Twitter, and he's the toughest matchup in the world.
He is?
We don't know how old he is. He's from Cuba.
Yeah.
He lives in Miami. We have no idea how old he is. He has 400 amateur fights.
Really good.
He's really good. He has a granite chin. He's a southpaw, and no one knows who he is. They call him the boogeyman of boxing. Because everyone's scared of him. No one wants to fight him.
That Cuban school of boxing, too. I mean, fuck. They're really
And Deontay
really
wanted this fight.
Well, I was going to say that I feel like we'll be talking about him if he can beat Anthony Joshua. That's the fight, right?
Yeah, but that's not fair. Like, who cares? I guess, but it doesn't make sense.
You got to fight the most visible two. I feel like that's the fight. What is your take on that?
Yeah, he has to. I mean, Joshua would be the next fight. They want to fight each other. Like Deontay was saying, he goes, "What I want to do is unify all the belts. Like how, and it's smart." He goes, "To have this belt here, WCO, WBO, to have them all over the place. No, it should be one.
That's
legit
not up to
champ.
him, though, is it? Because
they can unify the
promoters.
belts. No, they can. Well, there's promoters, but you can unify the belts.
Okay.
How? If him and Joshua fight, it'd be huge. I bet they do it in Vegas. That's a great fight.
That's a fight. Yeah.
Joshua's fighting in October, and then Wilder's fighting in November.
But that fight is kind of in the works, sort of, right? I mean, it's in the.
To me, I view it like they're basically a pride style tournament.
Yeah.
Where there's 4 guys in the tournament. The winner of those will fight.
Wow. But Ortiz.
Joshua has a tough fight too. Ortiz. Wilder has a tougher matchup against Ortiz. A southpaw, this guy.
So what did Wilder say about Ortiz? He's confident in all that, obviously, but
there's a shitload of tape on
Ortiz.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's 22-0 or something like that. 24-0. He's a monster. Okay. He just fought 11 months ago. But I told him straight up during the ring, I'm like, it's a terrible, like it's a rough matchup. He's like, no, I know. I'm gonna knock him out, man. He just believes himself. He's like, he goes, I know it's a tough matchup. I see this stuff, man. He's like, I just see it. I see it happening.
Didn't he come to boxing later than most boxers?
At 19. Really 21, but at 19.
Very young.
Very old. His goal was to play football for University of Alabama. He's from Alabama.
Oh.
And so, but his daughter was born with a spine issue, and he couldn't make money fast enough. So that's when he went into boxing.
Wow.
Went into boxing, and then went to the Olympics too. Picking up at night. He's a freak. Physically, he's a freak. That's
sure.
And this was kind of my whole thing for him. What makes him different is he's a better athlete than all these guys. That's his one thing he has. He's his footwork.
Well, Sergio Martinez came into boxing at 20 from Argentina.
Yeah,
and he was a world champion.
He was a soccer player.
Yeah, soccer player, a really good soccer player. So
Sergio Martinez was amazing.
Yeah. So, but still, 20, 21 is really
late.
Really late, man. I mean, for the guys who've been boxing since they were 10,
super late.
Yeah. So that's a testament to how.
But Wilder was hilarious, man.
Really?
Yeah, he's a funny guy. Guy. Doing his training camp.
You guys looked like you were having fun.
We were having so much fun. Doing training camp in Atlanta. He's doing his training camp in Atlanta, and then his coach, and just his whole experience. He's just a good dude, man.
Yeah. That coat,
huge fan now.
Had something to say.
That Versace coat.
Ooh. But if you're him, you can wear a Versace coat.
Wow, that was a great coat.
Yeah.
That was a great coat.